Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hey everybody, it's Sunny and Char, and I'm very excited today because my dear, dear friend, who is the best numerologist on the planet, is with us. Her name is Glynis McCants, but I have to tell you before I introduce Glynis, the light went out in the studio. I'm trying to look at Glynis's questions, and I can't open, it's frozen. This whole thing is frozen. It's crazy. It's like Mercury retrograde without it being Mercury retrograde. It's like the spirits are going nuts right now. And oh my God, what did I just do? Okay, so anyway, she has been on Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil. We were on that together.
Yes.
She's been on, at Entertainment Tonight. Tell us the other places you've been on, because I'm trying to find.
I've been everywhere. How about Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, The Talk? But started with Lisa Gibbons and did 5 one-hour specials with her. That was the beginning of my career on the Lisa Show.
Right.
So I, been in that world a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? I just started following her on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know why, but something moved me to do that. And okay, and Glynis walks the walk and talks the talk, because Glynis met her darling husband, who I'm crazy about. His name is Charlie, and he can cook like no one's business. Oh my God, Tony, he's like the best cook. So prove it, Tony. Now we got to invite Tony for dinner.
Yes.
So, okay.
We'll do it.
So, but the truth is that she met him through numerology, right?
Of course. I mean,
how did you do that?
One does not meet anyone through anything except as a human. I said on a dating site, numerologist looking for a man who's really got my number. And as a numerologist, I was able to run numbers until I found what was meant for me, which was Charles Youngblood. We've been together 15 years, but it was through numerology and running numbers that I know he was the one, and he certainly is.
Oh,
he certainly is. And you know that. I mean, you've met him, and you can't fake it. Anyone can pretend they're happy in a relationship, but when you spend hours with a couple, you really experience who they are.
No, I can't, and I personally cannot be with a couple if they're not happy together.
Yes.
I get very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is. That's because you're picking up all the energy. You're an empath, right? You pick it all up. It's not comfortable, and you don't want to be a part of that. But when a couple has magic and there's that snappy repartee, the back and forth, it's a lot of fun.
Right.
To spend time with them. And Charlie and I have that. So that's how I did it. And, doing numerology now for well over 27 years, numbers are me. I am numbers. I even think about numerology itself breaks down to 191. When you break down the energy, my birth certificate name, Glynis Kathleen McCants, is 191. So
wow.
It really is. Yeah, it's soulmates to my own energy. And I'm really grateful to it, but I don't see it as an option. I feel like that's just what I was called here to do. And happy to do it.
It's definitely your mission.
Yes.
I just put something on, I'm going to paraphrase it. I put something on Instagram. It said, the 2 most important days of your life are the day you're born and the day you figure out why, or you find out why.
That's exactly true.
It is true.
I have to tell you, I'm amazed at how many people don't understand their life purpose. And I am now convinced when we don't have that round of applause by the mother or father growing up, it can block you. Because I think children have natural ideas of what they're called to do.
Right.
And when nothing happens, like if you got two people say, hey, you're going to amount to nothing, or why do you think you can be creative? That can stop the process.
But you help people figure
That's
this
right.
out in numerology. I mean, you're
Yeah.
really so talented, and I'm not just saying it because I think you've been on my show more than anybody else because you're just so amazing at your craft. And
Well, I will tell you this.
wait. Before you tell me, you teach this, right? And you're doing an online class.
That's true.
And we're going to talk about that a couple times today because I don't want to forget. But can you tell us about it?
Yeah, what's going to happen is jumping back to career for a moment. Each one of us, because we have numbers, and I'm going to do a little bit about you because I love telling you what's in store for you, Miss Char, for the new year. But
But we're going to do everybody for the new year, right? Because we want all the CharVision people to know what to look forward to.
But the point is, with cycles that we go through, some careers are best for certain numbers.
Right.
And you might be an accountant, but you've always wanted to be a singer. And it turns out in your chart, you were meant to be a singer.
Oh.
Well, that's like giving you permission to go for it and have success.
Oh, wow.
So that's what I do with career. When it comes to love, when you have 3 numbers out of 6 with someone, it can give you a soulmate connection, which is, of course, what I would promote. So I help you figure that part out as well.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so it's all about healthy love, healthy career, and being happy. And then this is what I want to say. This weekend, Sunday, I'm doing an event called, it's an online numerology workshop.
Yes.
I'm going to help you figure out what cycle are you in and how can you get the most out of 2018. Like, how do you not get distracted? How do you stay focused? That is what this workshop's about. And it's online, Char, so people can take it from anywhere they want.
Oh, you guys, honestly, if you're going to learn about this, see, I always say it's good to learn different, like, use your intuition, learn about astrology, learn about numerology. There's nobody better than Glynis. I mean, we're blessed to have you. So, okay, so how do they go to
Numberslady.com.
What is it?
So it's numberslady.com.
Okay, I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah, it's not the Numbers Lady because that was taken years ago by an accountant.
Okay.
So there's no numberslady.com. But here's what I'm doing for your audience.
What?
When they type in Char, like if it says, where'd you hear about Glynis? And they say Char, they actually are going to get a free copy online, like an email version.
Okay.
2018 numerology calendar.
Thank you.
Which is my hotcake. That sounds like nothing I have.
Okay, well, wow.
As a gift, if they say Char. So this will prove they caught this show today.
Thank you.
And that'll go until tomorrow night at midnight.
Okay, and today is January
26th.
2018 for those people who are watching online. Okay,
Right.
Now
And it will
nickname
go till tomorrow night at midnight into the 29th because that's the day of the workshop. Let's see.
Okay, the 29th.
Tomorrow's the 27th. The workshop is the 28th. That's right.
28th. Okay, the 28th, 2000 of January, you guys.
Yes.
So hopefully people watching on Facebook right now on Facebook Live or at UBN will jump on this. Okay, so you nicknamed 2017 the year of whiplash.
Yes.
Wow. Can you give a few examples of why
every time we turned around Char, it was some drama. Remember with the Oscar when it said La La Land won Best Picture,
but
it wasn't, and suddenly it was Moonlight. That made no sense at all.
No.
Football, Tom Brady, the Patriots, they were 28-3.
That was crazy.
Into the third quarter, and boom, they pull it off.
Amazing.
No one has ever in the history of the Super Bowl, no one's ever gone into overtime, and they did, and they won. So that's what we mean about whiplash. Also, all of our weather, everything was record-breaking. These fires, Char, in California, it's like, what do you mean all these acres are burning down? What do you mean there's another fire? And the floods, it was non-stop.
And the
whiplash, which, everywhere you looked.
But now I get why you call it that. But the mudslides and everything. Do you know that in the 90s I lived part-time in Montecito?
Wow, I did not know that.
And literally, everyone wakes up in the morning and goes, "Oh, another day in paradise." It was that calming and peaceful,
it was that beautiful,
and beautiful,
that perfect.
And it's so sad of what's going on. But so whiplash. Okay, so. Also, do you feel like like what's going on with DACA. And
yes. Well, let me tell you what I really believe is happening. You know,
What?
when we go to 2017 and bring it to one digit, 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 7 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 was about self. You know, what can I do to be number one? It wasn't about sharing or working with others. And that's why people felt if you weren't with me, you're against me. It was very negative. I honestly believe that the earth responds to that. And I felt things were out of control because people were out of control. There's a lot of anger. In this new cycle, 2018, when you break that down, 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8, yes, it's the 11, but it's also, you know, you take a master number, you say, okay, I've got my master number 11, but you must embrace its final energy also, which is 2. Why? Because 2 promotes love, peace, harmony. 2 means we better work together, because if we don't, we're going to fail. We're not going to make it. This planet, you might want to be just the United States. Well, you're not just the United States. You're connected to everybody else in the world. So we got to find a way to work more together. And when it comes to global warming, sure, some say they don't believe in it. I don't know how it became so political, and I'm sorry for that, Char, because if we don't have good water or good air, that's the end of us anyway, is it not?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying we're shifting. This is a nice time to be a part of the world.
So another whiplash is North Korea.
That's right. Another one was like, well, but remember, you know, we are dealing with a unique situation right now. And we do have a man who is president, who is very comfortable doing shout outs, taking shots, you know, snappy repartee, again, almost not realizing when you're the president of the United States, no matter what you say, everyone makes a record of it. Everyone heard you. And that doesn't quite work. So when it came to North Korea, when the threats came along, making fun of the leader, that's a mistake. It does not behoove us. Making fun of anyone's a mistake. But if you'll notice, something good is happening.
Have you done their numbers?
Yes, but I want to tell you something exciting that is happening.
What?
I said last year.
Yes, you did. You predicted it.
Yes, I did. But I said Kim
Russia.
Jong-un. But I also said Kim Jong-un was going to have a problem of trying to prove he was number one because he was in a one personal year. This year, he's in a personal year of 2, which means he has to realize he's got to work with other people. Well, notice that he's working with South Korea.
For the Olympics.
That's right. After being silent for several years, he is actually working with them. They're communicating again, which is incredibly exciting to see. So that makes me hopeful and excited about this year. Now, what do I call this year? 2 things.
What?
It is the year of the psychic, because it does promote that intuitive ability.
Ooh.
The master number 11, the energy of the number 2. It is about anyone who is naturally gifted. You can feel the truth more than ever this year. And one more thing, it's the year of the women.
The women!
The whole thing happened, Char. Me too.
Me too.
Time's up. Time's up.
Yeah.
See? But it's the 2. Now, that also means gentlemen, men that are kind and good, men that understand, men that are loving towards women or protective of women, they get to shine this year as well. So we're going to enjoy seeing that.
So it's the balance of the feminine.
Yes. Yes, it is. It is not just, it can never just be, it's all women or it's all men, and you cannot vilify the opposite sex. That's a mistake. And I don't know if you caught this one article, this poor guy, his name's hard to pronounce. I want to say it's like Aziz, A-Z-I-Z. But the point is, he went on a date with a girl. She decided to call it sexual harassment, but it caused a backlash.
Right.
Because people realize, are we all going to apologize if a date goes wrong?
Right.
Are we going to get it to the point where our attorney calls and says, would you like to go out with me? Come on, Char. We've got to find our balance. We need to have
I completely agree. I mean, I'm all about balance. That's why I have my chakra tape and stuff. I mean, I feel like, mind, body, spirit is balanced. But, Glynis, I remember when you were on last year, you did say it would be proven that there was Russian interference in the 2016 election.
And forget the word collusion, because right now we're sitting here. One thing they say about collusion, by the way, it's not, quote unquote, illegal to collude. But politically, it is not good news. We know that, right?
Right.
So many things have come out where it doesn't look good. Like whether it's Don Jr., who said he never had met with Russians, but it turned out they had a meeting. Many of this has already been proven, okay?
Right.
But here's what I said last year. I said, no doubt about it, Russia did do everything in their power to sabotage the election and help Trump get elected. Now,
Yes.
that's a fact.
You said it.
They put it through Facebook. I said it all to you at the beginning of the
year.
year.
You said it.
And now that cat's out of the bag. So what's going to happen next? We have the Mueller investigation. Now, people say to me, when's that going to come to light? I personally believe in the first 3 months, Char, that report will be done. And the reason I say that, obviously there's some indicting. We know that Paul Manafort is indicted. We know that Michael Flynn admitted guilt. That kid Papadopoulos admitted guilt. You don't say you're guilty if you're innocent. Okay. So here's what I'm very sorry for. Here's what's gone wrong. We should all care about Russia invading and hurting our election. We Americans should pick our president, nobody else. And the fact that people think it's politics, like if you say that, they think you're against Trump. It's not about Trump.
No.
It's about the United States of America and having an election. So here's my point. When I said it's going to happen in the 3 months, because 2018 elections are coming, Char. And if we don't fix it now, who wants to vote? I wouldn't want to vote.
No, because
why would you vote? If it doesn't count, why would you vote?
Yep. So
so big shifts right now. We're going to see a lot happen in this first 3 months of this new year.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to get some big answers, which I welcome, like I said.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you call 2018? Do you have a name for it?
Yeah, it's two things. I say 2018 is the year of the psychic, the year of
you said that.
And I also said it's the year of women. So there is a shift. Now, what's exciting, I think, women are rising up. Like they're actually running for office, which is great. I think it's great. If you think you're qualified or you can make a difference, go for it. But what it's going to do is just even the playing field in a way we haven't in the past. Okay? Because again, I happen to be a big fan of men. I love men. I have a great husband.
You do.
Yes.
Wait, Tony's raising his hand. Tony's great. Yeah. He's a man.
But I know that there are men, some men who abuse power, some men that are not good. Those men will have a very hard year this year, dear. Those men that are not coming from a place of integrity, they will be revealed in this cycle. So you're going to see a lot of that too.
Well, that's interesting because I've noticed that the truth is coming out.
Yes.
Out of the woodwork. Like all truths are coming out.
That's right.
Like if somebody's cheating, the wife finds out. I mean, it's like so.
It's amazing.
Why is that happening numerologically? Like I'll
tell you why. Because when I talked to you last year, I said we were in a cycle of one, and that this cycle would last for 9 years. Well, the cycle of one means we were going to establish what matters to us as people. And boy, have we seen what matters. Even the marches, Char.
Yeah.
Do you know Los Angeles had 600,000 marchers?
Yeah. And you know what? It looked like, you could see it. Like the cameras were on it and you could see how many people there were literally there.
Yes. So what I'm getting at is people are willing to stand up and do something about it. And that's why you're seeing such a radical shift. When it comes to this whole sexism and, sexual violation.
Yeah.
I do think it's interesting that it snowballed in that cycle, but I think it was a backlash when women have felt ignored or what we say doesn't matter or, go see HR, but HR does nothing. Women were tired. And that was the new beginning. Women decided in this new 9-year cycle, I'm not going to sit down.
Right. And also the Olympics.
Yes.
Larry Nassar.
Yes. So horrible.
Horrible.
Exactly. And also, but remember, think how many of those girls were involved. And now the woman who gave the sentence, she said, I just signed your death warrant.
Yeah. She's a woman judge though. That's from Michigan. Yes. Hooray for Michigan. Woo.
Yes. Michigan.
Yeah. So, it's true that all these truths are coming out.
Yes. It's all being revealed. And that's why I said, we've decided this. Don't you know? That means in 9 years, that we're not even going to be recognizable to what we're going through. Yes, it's been hard on all of us, but it was growing pains, Char. This is meant to be. But I'll tell you what must go away. And I know we're going to experience it for a while this year.
What?
By year's end, it will get better. This hatred, this ugliness, when
Terrible.
people take shots at you, attack you, that if you're not with them, in agreement with them, then
Right.
you're the enemy. That's not possible.
Mm-mm.
It is okay. And I believe by year's end, we can do this. We can agree to disagree.
Right.
See, we can do that. And also, when we take shots at each other, put each other down, that solves nothing. And I know you're a counselor too. I'm sure you're the first to say, don't join in. If someone's mean to you, don't get mean with them. It's a waste of your time.
Well, because I believe we reincarnate and we
Yes.
live different lifetimes, somebody who's prejudiced against Black or Hispanic or whites or gays, I mean, they're going to be that in their next life.
Well, and what I would say about that, you've got a serious point. The truth is we have so much to learn while you're in this lifetime.
Right.
Because when you cross over, you move on to that next spiritual lesson, whatever it looks like. Therefore, if you're willing to do the work now, wow, what a lovely thing when you move to your next level.
Right, because then you go to a good neighborhood when you get to the other side, right?
It's a better space and place.
But people have to realize that life is a school and we're here to learn, but also the next level, the next dimension, the spirit world is a school as well where we learn.
Yes. So it's a matter of what class are you going to next, right? How well did you study this time? How many tests did you take and pass?
Right.
How many tests did you take and fail?
Right.
How many people chose not to study at all? And it's true. I always say that this planet is a spiritual stomping ground. It may not be easy, and that's okay, but you must find ways to have joy every day, and you must find a way to make people feel better.
And have a positive attitude.
That's right.
And look at our cups half full, not half empty.
That's right.
Because we are blessed.
We are. I mean, my goodness, you consider other parts of the world, and that's the other thing. You don't take shots at other parts of the world.
No.
You should rejoice and say, lucky us. I mean, you think what California's been through, it's been dreadful. Yet every day when I wake up and you've got that blue sky, I'm like, thank you. Thank you for this blessing to have another chance to do better, to do good.
You're making me think.
That's what this year is. It's about love. It's about finding love, whatever it may be.
You're making me think about something, though. You're making me think about something, Glynis.
What is it?
The flu is running rampant. Every state except Hawaii has, I mean, schools are being closed. I didn't even think about this, but it's affecting people physically. Right.
Oh, yeah. We're really under physical attack right now. When you get hurt enough, or that's why when we talk about bullying, don't ever forget, bullying is so damaging. And I keep reading articles about these young girls, this poor 12-year-old girl who took her life because two of her friends said, take it. Yeah. Like she literally had pink marks on her neck. They're like, well, finish the job. Well, now they're going to go to jail, and they should.
They should.
You can't spread that hate, but you're right. Flu is another way, right? It's a disease. Dis-ease, not happy, low immunity, right? You got to build that.
Well, emotional causes physical.
That's right.
Like many people who've had heartbreaks get heart problems.
Yes. Exactly. And what we don't deal with mentally can eventually attack us physically, right?
Right.
So physically, you're going to feel it. You're going to experience that pain and say, what is going on? And that's why I said, I always try to help people not internalize. I've been around a ton of people with the flu and I didn't get it. Now, mind you, I stay on top of my wellness formula pills.
Right.
And I do oil of oregano, but I also just get my mind right to say, I don't want to internalize this. I'm not going to weaken me and get sick. Because once we're sick, it's game over, right? It's about health.
Right.
Char,
are you a good sleeper? Sleep is so important.
Excellent sleeper. 7 to 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours always.
Yeah, me too. I like 8 or 9.
You need your sleep.
Yeah. We all need it though, but everybody needs their sleep. And so I didn't even think about it, but it's the flu, it's the weather,
everything. It's extreme, but going back to, I believe, if you ask me what I think about this year, I do think we're going to see a shift in our concern about environment, that we will work on things when it comes to water and air. It matters. And this politics stuff must stop. It's not amusing. It's like people are burnt out. If you'll notice, everyone's more like last year. I think people were shocked. It's, we have a new administration, we have an outspoken president, but now people are talking right back. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Everyone's just talking right back. Every leader in the world has something to say. And I think there's great power in that.
Well,
Because we
I
need to have
do.
a conversation.
I do believe in global warming. I
Yeah,
mean,
of course.
and
Of
it's
course.
and you're right about the water, because I've always said that that's going to be one of our biggest problems on the earth. In fact, I just had someone last week, David Sherman, to talk all about water, and we were talking about in Cape Town, South Africa, they're literally running out, and they don't know
Yeah.
what they're going to do.
They're having breakthroughs though with ocean water. You know this. Where
Well,
they're
yeah,
able
because they're doing
drinking water.
desalinization. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that to me, I feel like that could happen as well. So
Right.
why
They
not?
do it in Israel.
Yeah.
And the people in Israel have taught I think they were even teaching America, if I read it correctly, how to
Yeah.
do that. But it's still, water everywhere and not a drop to drink. It's still, it's still an issue. I just bought new cleansing water things. What are they called? Like it's called
Purifier?
Seychelles. Yeah, purifier. It's called
Water
Seychelles. I just bought 2
purifier?
of them.
Okay, well, here's something else. And I invite people watching this show to look into this. I find it fascinating that water is affected by negativity, that it actually changes, like that what's in water shifts. Did you know that?
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah. And just like when you talk to a plant, right? Those who talk to plants and they get healthier. And if there's negativity, they start to die. Same idea. But I think it's amazing. Like we have water bottles in my kitchen and I often work at my computer. So if Charlie and I have a discussion, I'm like, Charlie, let's leave the room. We're not upsetting the water.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, I know when I ate
should
at
drink
your
it.
house, which was like the most memorable meals I eat is at your
Yes.
house. You
Yes.
have
Absolutely.
distilled water.
That's right. That's right. And we try to have it where, again, having pleasant music, anything that makes it positive, you've got to do that. And especially being psychic, you know this, Char.
Right.
You will have to regroup. Like when I think of your energy, I want to tell you something about you this year that's extremely important that you need to know.
Me?
Yes. Yes, you.
Okay, but I also want to talk about all the visionaries too and
Yes,
what
of course.
they get to know. Okay.
But you are in a personal year. This is how you do it. You take your month and day. So 821, reduce it to 1 digit 2.
Right.
2 plus 2, the world number. It's a 4. 4 is your year. This is what's going to happen with you.
What?
No is a complete sentence. You don't even feel the need to explain yourself. You're much more solid. You can feel it. That's the cycle you're in. It also means, whatever you don't know, it's about learning. It's like, I want to know that information. The more you put in your head, the better off you're going to be in this cycle. It's those aha moments is where you want to be this year. Right. But it's direct. So you have to decide who belongs in my life, who doesn't, who has integrity. When I said that psychic thing inside you is going to be very strong right now.
Right.
Because you're in a cycle of 4, you're not going to put up with the nonsense, dear.
I don't.
You are so willing to give them the benefit of the doubt or try to work with that energy.
I do try.
Yes, you do. But this year, I'm telling you, the universe gives you permission to move on quicker, move on much quicker. Just be aware of that.
Wow. Thank you so much for that, because that makes perfect sense for me.
Yes.
Because I really feel it's important to be careful of whose energy I allow around me and to make sure that they have my best interests at heart and that I have their best interests at heart.
Right. And it's going to end up making a difference for you, and you're going to feel much better. But also your home environment is extremely important. I don't know if you're looking to move or redo something, maybe redo the place you live in, but it's about around you. What can I do to enjoy this place even more?
Well, it's funny because I just said they're redoing the apartments where I live. And I said, do you think someone could paint my apartment?
Exactly.
And I haven't asked for that in 15 years.
Right, but it's time. And cycle of 4 means I want my environment to look good. I want to feel happy. I want to wake up and go, look how beautiful it is here. So everything you do, nature, if you can get with like flowers, plants, mountains, all of that is going to be very healing for you in this cycle.
Well, I'm very connected to nature, especially when I'm in Michigan, because I'm in the middle of.
Oh yeah.
I feed the
deer.
You're
really blessed to be out there.
But I really care about nature. It heals me.
Yes, it does. And so the other thing about you in this cycle, it's a year of your teaching. So what do you have projects you plan on doing that involve teaching?
Yes.
Okay, this is your year for teaching.
And even more so,
Yes.
even more so. And I felt 2018 as a special year for me, and I don't know why.
Well, I just told you, it's if you're someone who is literally gifted in helping others, it's stronger than ever. That's the answer.
I'm so grateful for this information.
Yeah, I mean, it has to feel good. You can feel the difference inside you, correct?
But yeah, I do. I really do. And I do try to work with people, but if I feel that somebody's not,
Listening.
respectful or appreciative, I don't bother anymore.
Well, because you can't. And that's what I said, the boundaries is huge for you this year, where you can say no, remember. So just because someone wants you, it's okay to say, I'm not interested, but thank you for the offer. See, you don't have to say yes. And it's about taking better care of yourself, and definitely health stuff, food. I keep thinking the alkaline diet stuff. What can I do to get more fruits and veggies? Anything that's truly healthy, that's a biggie for you this year too.
Well, thank you for that, because I'm trying to do that as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
you will succeed. This year it'll be fun for you. And if I know you, by the time you're done with the year, you'll have a new book about how to do it better.
Wait, that's so crazy.
To do it better. I mean, that's the thing about you, is you always pass on your information. When you learn it, you want to give it to everyone else. That's just your nature.
And so so you figured out my numbers, and then you're going to teach people how to do their numbers at your online. What's it called?
It's the online numerology workshop, but it's literally how to start this year right and get on the right track. When the new year begins, if you don't have the tools, you're not going to do what you want to do. You're not going to achieve those goals just because. And that's what I'll be teaching in the workshop. And so the other thing is, I let them submit questions, and I answer many of them in class.
Wow.
And then like 30 more through email. So people have a chance to submit question and get an answer. And then I really dissect each personal year.
And they go to www.numberslady.com.
That is correct.
Okay, now.
And they click on the products page. It's not sitting right there. You click on products. The first thing you see is that online workshop, and it tells you everything that's involved.
And if they say my name, what do they get?
Oh, they're way past lucky. They can't just say it. They got to write it. But if they write Char, and that's CHAR, it says, hey, where did you hear about Glynis? Char. If they say that, they do get a free 2018 PDF numerology calendar that will be mailed to them. And the key, they have to give us the full date of birth of who will be using that calendar. Because I have 9 different calendars. It's not just one.
Okay.
Your full date of birth.
Can I call you and say Char, because I want that calendar?
Yes. You go through and say, I heard you through Char.
Yeah, but I really want that. I'm serious. I want that calendar.
And you're so going to get it. Little one. You got friends in high places, Char.
Well, I hope so.
Yes, I will get you one for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I always send one to Miss Carla, our dear buddy.
How is she?
She's wonderful, but she never makes a move for the big moves without checking that calendar.
She needs that calendar too. So, okay, so you have celebrity news for us, and I just have to apologize for people who saw on Facebook, because I don't know who wrote this. You might have written this, Tony. I'm so sorry, but you said Prince Gary and Meghan Markle, and it's Prince Harry. Just so you guys know, it's Prince. Oh. Well, okay. Well, somebody wrote that. I don't know. It said Prince Gary on Facebook. So anyway, we know it's Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. What are their numbers? Tell us about it.
Well, they're an interesting couple. I'm going to pick up my sheet of paper with their numbers and just tell you a little bit about them. Prince, if you think about it, Prince Harry, come on, that guy's lived his life just the way he wants. He's been very much a player. I mean, look, I saw him naked when he was in Las Vegas. Did you? Remember those pictures?
Yes.
So my point is, it was time for him to settle down, right? To find someone he could be with. Well, he's picked a really interesting woman. I do think they're going to have kids pretty quickly because they share the number 6. 6 is the parent number. So I definitely believe
I
this is
agree.
being husband and wife and having children together.
I
Now,
agree.
he's picked a
Soon.
very strong energy.
Okay.
Megan is born on a 4-day 4 life path. That means, yes, what you see is what you get, but it also means opinionated. She will tell you what she thinks and what she feels. You don't have to wonder what's going on with her. And he's a 1. So what he's going to learn, you can't control her. And I think he's dazzled by her strength. I think he actually likes it because in the past, he seemed to attract women that were kind of fawning all over him and wanting him to be crazy about them. Whereas in this case, I think he really holds her in a very good place.
I agree with you.
Yeah, but for the record, they are a challenge. Their life paths is a challenge in numerology. So that tells me they're definitely going to have to find ways to agree to disagree as a couple. And because they have 3 challenge numbers out of 6, even though they have, trust me when I tell you this, when you have challenge numbers, there's a lot of chemistry. So they have great chemistry.
Right.
But when you have 3 challenge numbers out of 6, you must work together to keep that marriage strong. That's key.
I agree with you. I completely agree with you. The other thing is, I mean, I'm not an astrologer and I don't claim to be, but she's a Leo, he's a Cancer.
Okay.
And water sometimes drowns the fire.
Okay. And yet, trust me when I tell you that fire will continue to burn. And here's what's lucky, I think, in their numerology. He has a 4 in his soul, which means on a subconscious level, she is fulfilling to his soul.
Oh.
Like he literally is with her thinking, wow, I could really be with this person. Like there's no doubt in my mind she will be a great mother.
Right.
And that will be obvious. Like when we see the pictures, we watch them together. And I think she also represents a time for him to grow up. She's saying, look, you're going to be my man, but I want my husband. I want someone I can look up to. So we're going to see a shift in him.
Oh.
It's going to be better. Like you're going to see him step up in a way he didn't before. And I think maybe it's hard in royalty to be the one who's not going to be king. Don't you think so, Char?
I guess.
That you're the second son and therefore
maybe.
You're not going to be.
Right.
That's a little tricky, but as a couple, they're going to be fun to watch.
Well, do you think that she's going to be able to deal with being watched all the time and bodyguards and?
Well, don't forget the woman was an actress, so she absolutely loved the attention anyway. You know what I think? I've kind of kept an eye on some of the stuff she's done in the past where she spoke her mind.
Right.
She has a 3 in her soul. The 3 feels called to make this world a better place. She's definitely going to have opinions. I think she'll pick something that she cares about and crusade for it. So I don't think she's going to have a problem with that at all. He will. I think he'll get annoyed at times. Absolutely.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Especially being protective of the kids and all of that as the man of this home, you see?
Yeah.
My wife, my children, you'll see him express his opinion or act out a little bit, possibly more than her. But again, when you're double force, think Sarah Ferguson, was she outspoken or did I miss something? Right? Well, she was a 4, Char.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but this one's
go.
double 4. So I'm not saying they're the same, but I'm simply saying you're going to hear her say stuff. And maybe sometimes she'll misstep and they'll try to turn it into a headline. My advice, honestly, to them as a couple, who cares what they say?
Right.
Just live life, do your thing. Who cares?
But I agree with you. I think he's really in love with her.
Oh, he is. He's dazzled. Like I said, his soul is fulfilled when he sees her.
Yeah.
And they share, let's see what they share. They share the number 4, the number 6. It's just a really strong connection. And she's got a 2 in her soul. So I'm going to check something with you. Yeah, it's really cute. Like I said, I think we're going to see a strength in him that we didn't see before. Because he's kind of just kept to himself, done his thing. You'll catch a picture here and there. But now we're going to hear from him more as this husband and father of the kids. Yeah.
That's good, though. And good for him because, those people who are privileged have a big responsibility to help others, I think.
I agree with you. And I think they tend to take it seriously. Obviously, Kate Middleton is very good at it, but that's because she's a 3 life path. And
So tell us about Prince William and Kate.
Well, the thing about them, they actually have a very lovely connection. Like I knew not only did I think they'd go the distance, but they were really lucky to find each other because their life path is compatible. And that means they tend to be on the same page. When it comes to big stuff, here's what it means when your life paths a challenge to somebody. You can have a real breakdown in communication because it's almost like you're speaking two different languages. Oh. And that's why you have to learn each other. The reason I wrote Glynis Has Your Number or Loved by the Numbers was to help you understand that if someone is a challenge, learn where they come from. Learn what matters to them. Then you can communicate in a better way. But these two got lucky. Kate, it's easy with her and her husband. They have good conversation. They laugh. You catch them laughing all the time. Even their kids, when the kids act out.
Yeah.
Do you know the kids are tougher than they will ever be? That's, oh my goodness. Their son, watch him. Isn't that Prince George?
Prince George.
Right? Please, he's an 8. He wants what he wants. I remember when he had a bunny rabbit in his hand, a little toy, he threw it. He's like, get that out of my sight. What else do you got?
What about Princess Charlotte?
Beyond. I'm madly in love because she looks just like the queen.
Right?
She looks exactly like her. I feel like her soul is older than all of them put together.
Right.
Yeah. Really powerful kids they have.
It's like she's going to run the household, right?
Please, she's taking over. I mean, you look at her face, it's like she knows everything. She makes every expression that the queen makes, every one of them.
Do you think that Meghan and Harry picked their date of their wedding numerologically or just got lucky?
Well, I definitely do not think they did numerology on this. I think they did get lucky in a way. Let me tell you about that wedding day.
What?
Would I have picked it as the numbers lady? No, I would not. But I'm going to tell you what it represents, which is kind of nice for them. The actual day is a one day, and one means we're becoming one together, right? We're coming together to become one. So I think that's lovely. The attitude, month and day, is a 6. 6 is about family. Mm-hmm. I told you, I believe they're getting married to have kids. Then the whole thing adds up to 8. 8 means it may end up costing even more money than they expected to pay. You see? Like 8 is about class and glamour and what's it's going to look like. So it's going to be a very special beauty. It'll have a lot of beauty. But when you deal with 8 on a wedding day, people are tough. They're outspoken, and who knows if it's someone in the wedding party. It would not be the easiest day in numerology for them as a couple. That's what I would tell you.
That'll be interesting.
It will be gorgeous, and it'll be something to see. Those pictures should be amazing.
You think it'll rain?
That's what I mean. Like when you can't control stuff like that.
You can't.
But when you have 1-8 energy, since there's duality there's going to be a story that comes out of that. Something. You'll find out. Whatever.
Okay, next time you come on, we're going to talk about what that thing is, because I'm sure, just like you were right about the Russian interference. So
even Kate Middleton, who had a wedding recently? Oh, her sister. Remember the little one?
Pippa.
Charlotte was crying. Do you remember that?
Who was crying?
The daughter.
Oh.
She was in a bad mood, started crying. Well, that day was a challenge. So I'm just saying there'll be a story there.
Oh, you mean Charlotte was crying?
I said.
Oh, the little girl was crying.
Her daughter was crying at the wedding.
Okay, so now, what does it mean when you see your actual birth date numbers over and over again? That's been happening to me, and Tony's raising his hand too.
Okay. Whenever you see your birth numbers over and over again, it means it's a message from the universe. It's literally asking you, what are you doing with your life? Are you happy? Are you doing what you're here to do? And if not, regroup and do something different. It is literally your energy talking to you. That's what it means.
Wow.
Yeah. Funny, I must tell you, I never, ever see my birthday. I don't. And I know it's because I'm on the track. Listen, when I tell you I do numerology, I live, eat, and breathe it. It is 24/7 for me. And I know you know that about me.
I know that about you.
It's crazy. I mean, if I'm not helping somebody as a counselor of it, I'm on the internet researching birthdays. I'm reading politics. I'm reading entertainment. It's everywhere. And I think that's why I never see 812 on the clock. But I do see certain numbers. And many of your people listening, like if someone looks in your chat room, they might see a pattern that someone sees. But what other numbers do you see, Char? What do you end up seeing? Do you ever see
once in a while, I'll see 1111.
Okay. So 1111 literally means the universe is wide open to whatever it is you want. So when you see 1111, you should stop and say, okay, I'm going to focus on what matters. You might say, that I have a healthy relationship,
Right.
that my family is happy,
Yeah.
that I'm able to get that job I want, or maybe I create a show that I kick my show to another level.
Right.
You ask for what you want for that full minute. And I have people deliberately at 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. meditate on what they want, and they get results. It's powerful.
That's fascinating.
It is.
I'm going to do that.
It makes a huge difference if you do. You can proactively make something happen by using that energy to your advantage. And that is magic. When you say you come upon it, that's like the universe smiling at you.
Well,
it's like stopping in. It's like, hey, Char, how's it going? Is there anything you need? Think of it that way.
Lately, I'm seeing it more.
Because it's talking to you. It's asking
more than
you,
my birthday.
Yeah. What is it you want? Yeah. That's where it's coming from. And again, saying your birthday, it's still a compliment to you, because it means you have to be spiritual to keep seeing it, number one, and to be aware of it.
Right.
But number two, it's checking in to make sure you're okay. That's lovely.
That's so enlightening for me, and special and protective. It just makes me feel so warm and protected.
Yes, exactly. And that's why I said, be aware of those numbers, pay attention to what keeps showing up.
So, your books, Glynis has your number and Love by the Numbers.
Yes.
How do we get that?
Okay, well, how that works, they're still available on Amazon.com and all the different ways that you can order. If you go to numberslady.com, you can click on the link, because I put my book, Love by the Numbers, and Glynis has your number right there. Mm-hmm. So you can order it off my website or take advantage of some of the deals that are out there. But I'll tell you something about those books. Some books are just still alive, and those are my books, meaning I wrote one in 2005. It's still a book worth reading, because you can really learn how to apply these numbers to your life. I set it up for ease of use, Char, because when I read books on numerology, they never made sense.
No.
They felt very back and forth. I didn't feel a commitment. It's like, you're short, you're tall, you're fat, you're thin. I'm like, what? I didn't understand. So I deliberately made it much more specific to help you. But my biggest motivation was to help you understand, if someone treats you badly, why? Why? What are their numbers? Where are you different? And if they are a challenge to you in numerology, you should not take it personally. They're not trying to be mean. You just don't have vibrations that mesh.
Right.
But you need this knowledge. That's why, when I write this stuff, it's to help you have a happier life. This is about bringing you more joy.
And I know that people who come to you, and I know that things you've told me have been so helpful. And I'm really going to listen to you about, all the things that you've told me today.
Right. Because, and again, it makes a difference. If you look at even personal months, like people say, how do numbers affect us? Every day has energy. Every month has energy. Each year has energy. See what I mean?
Right.
And when you walk into a home, it has energy. That home's not compatible to you. You're not going to be happy there. Or when you move, if you move to a city, it may not be compatible to you. You're not going to be happy in that city.
Right.
That's why you want to learn.
There are going to be people who say, well, how do I know what my number is? Can you just quickly tell us what you add?
First of all, I would invite them to go to literally click on my menu at numberslady.com, where it says numbers, and they could look up their life path. It would show them how to take the full date of birth, reduce it to one digit. If you're a master number, 11, 22, or 33, you would still read the definition 2, a 4, and 6 respectively on that list. But I will do it simple. Let's just do an example of a birthday. Okay? How about 5/5? Write this down, Char, so we can do it together. 5/5/1989.
Okay.
Well, you've got a dog in your hand. That's the end of that.
Okay, 5.
Unless Sunny's going to write it down.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So 5 plus 5, is
10.
So 10 plus 1 is 11, plus 9 is 20, plus 8 is 29, plus 9 is 37. You keep going. 3 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So somebody born 5/5/1989, their full date of birth reduces to the number 1. 1 means striving to be your best self. You do feel called to make a difference. You won't be happy if you don't. You see?
Right.
They are restless energy. So you got to find healthy ways to use it. If they exercise, that's a good idea. Like a one life path that works out feels much better. If they don't, they get depressed. The number 2, love. That's the first thought I have, is that they need love, peace, harmony. If they get bitter, they become the terrible two, like a little kid. They don't quite grow up, but it doesn't take a lot to make them happy again. Music, they're very affected by music and smells. What does it smell like? The music, the lighting of a room, all of it. It's a sensitive number and intuitive. Number 3, laughter. Looking for laughter.
Okay. You're a 3, and you're one of the funniest people I know.
Well,
seriously, you guys got to
honor.
take her numerology workshop this Sunday, January 28th, is it?
It is the 28th, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because tomorrow's the 27th Saturday, which they can keep signing up. We'll cut it off at midnight tomorrow night. But the next day, Sunday, the 28th, the class is from 1 to 3 Pacific Standard Time and 4 to 6.
And we're running out of time, but next time you come, let's go through all the numbers again.
I promise.
And what's great for 2018 for each number, okay?
Yes, and what we'll do next time is kind of look at some of the top people in our world that make a difference and run those numbers.
Oh, okay. I can't wait. I wish you such good luck. You guys, if I were you, I would take her class on the 28th and just go to her website, and it's written right under her pretty photo there, her video. And thank you so much, Glynis. Say hi to Charlie. Say hi to your puppy, and I'm so grateful that you spent this time with me.
Oh, thank you. And next time we'll get together.
Okay.
Live.
Okay.
All righty.
It'll be great. I hope we can, and then we can go out to eat after.
Absolutely. Great.
Okay. I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate it.
Okay. All right, everybody. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching CharVision, and remember, intuition will take you places logic never could. God bless you, and make good choices. Bye-bye.